Welcome to SIPA conference. I have the pleasure of welcoming Bobby Singh. He is the CEO of Cellspin. Bobby, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a bit about what you do as a company, Cellspin.
So Cellspin is a mobile applications company. We are a mobile applications platform where we take any media from your phone, be it audio, video, picture, text, from your phone, from any phone, and send it to any social network of your choice. And today we support all major smartphone OSs. We support Windows Mobile, we support iPhone, we have an application for iPhone, we have an application for BlackBerry, we have an application for Palm OS, we have an application for Nokia platform. So worldwide we support all OSs and all major social media platforms. So it's a media UGC platform company where you take the application, download it, and send it to your blog, to your MySpace, to your Facebook, to your Twitter. And we support all media types, audio, video, picture, text. So you can do audio blogging, video blogging, text blogging, photo blogging.
How is the downturn affecting you as the CEO of the company?
I think downturns are always challenging times, especially from the money perspective. But I think from our perspective, if less smartphones are sold, then there is less usage of our provided service. So that might have some effect, but we haven't seen that yet. But maybe next 3 months after the customer confidence is getting low and they're not going to buy that many smartphones, and most of our usage is from smartphones, that may affect us. But right now it's just challenging times for every one of us in the industry.
Do you take this because I'm trying to drill down a little bit more about, is there a particular segment as a CEO that you feel is more challenging, whether it's the ROI or the marketing or the advertising or the human skills? Where do you feel that coming time will be more challenging for you as a CEO?
Sure. No, that's a very interesting point, because we are also morphing within our company. We are morphing on what our revenue monetization strategy is. So, we started off the company with saying mobile advertising is going to be huge about 2 years ago. But where we see today is mobile advertising is getting bigger, but it's not going to sustain to the level where we need to maintain our revenues. And so now we are looking at an angle differently in the value chain on who can benefit from our services and how we can charge that particular piece in the value chain rather than the end user, and be it the media companies or somebody else. And getting a sales deal done because their advertising revenues are also going down. It's a bit of a challenge in that respect, where we see, whereas 6 months ago, if we had gone to a media company and pitched something, it was a much easier sell. But now everybody's hurting, so that hurts in turn our companies, a little bit.
As an entrepreneur, you have to be risk-taking.
Yes.
I'm sure when you jumped aboard from professional entrepreneurship, you thought through this, and you felt you had it in you.
Yeah.
Are you content that you took this step? Or
I am so happy. I've invested my own money, and I was almost 10 years in Cisco, doing this thing. And when I took that step, and I talked to my wife saying, I'm going to leave Cisco. I have a very cushy job over there, earning whatever money I used to earn. And we have a nice house in San Francisco. But now I'm going to take this and just do my own business and start my own business. And so it's always very tough to make that decision, but once you make that decision, you obviously think through that and say, is it in me, as you say? And deep down, yes or no. And the answer was very yes for me, and a little bit of convincing to the wife. And here we are 2 years ago, or 2 years ahead.
So you work for a giant like Cisco, and you are now a startup.
Yes.
A lot of people, the audience out here, are professionals,
yes,
and most of them technology professionals. Well, you don't take sides, but maybe they both have their merits. Which is better, working for a larger corporation or a startup? Or maybe they have their own times?
I think, I worked for 3 big companies before this. I started my company. So I worked for Intel, I worked for Qualcomm, and then for the last 9 years I worked for Cisco. So I would say I did gain a lot of experience on what goes on at a different level, from software engineering to product management to sales to marketing, from a big company. And I'm using that talent, what I developed over the last 10, 12 years, when I started the company, you always leverage those. So I would not say one is bad or good. If you can get the experience, if the whole thing is you only have startup experience, then you have a different breed of mentality, or you have a different say in things. And if you've worked for big companies and now you start your own small companies, I feel you have a different take on things and a different perspective. So I would not discount any one of those experiences, but and both of them are challenging.
In terms of talent recruitment, when things are tight, even before that, we had this model where you're working out of India. Do you feel a difference in terms of talent pool, the quality that you get here? Because all of us came from India.
Yeah.
We brought certain things with us.
Yes.
And then we acquired more knowledge. But do you think that the talent pool in India is raw but very energetic, and this could be transplanted there, which works better?
I think we are a very small company, and we have about 10 people, and most of them are in US. All of them are in US. And the talent pool, in the sense that if it's a recession, do we get better candidates? I think if there's an opportunity and people are interested, when we interview people, we look for the passion, and we look for somebody who wants to really do it rather than just get a paycheck from 9 to 5, because in a startup it's never 9 to 5, And my CTO is half Italian, half Peruvian, and my other co-founder, Vince, he is Italian American, and I'm Indian, and most of our staff, some of them are Indian, some of them are Americans, and getting their perspective, and getting, when we interview people, it is never like, is he Indian or is he American? Is he talented, first of all, and does he fit the team culture? That's more important. Can he get along with, our designers and our CTO and our engineering staff and our VP of sales and business development? So getting that ingrained. If you're a brilliant coder, but you don't know really how to communicate, it doesn't help us. Because you, as a team, you have to work. So talented pool, what I have seen so far is more people are coming to us now to saying, hey, do you have a senior business development position, or not so much engineering, but from BD perspective, from marketing perspective, sales perspective, because I think in the Valley those jobs are a little bit, not indispensable, but those people are more looking for the jobs than the really, really talented engineers we have seen.
I want to ask you a personal question, because when I took this jump, it's not just you who's working, it's your spouse and your family that is sacrificing a lot.
Yes.
But like you said, you have to give a lot more time to a startup. I'm sure you prepared, but are there any challenges you thought through and then you said, wow, this is what I never thought of, that I'm sacrificing?
There are tons of things, if you ask my wife. There are tons of things I never really thought through, but she is such a supportive person. And and it's an interesting mix for me personally, since you asked a personal question. I'm married to somebody who's American, so, and she doesn't really care, like how much energy I put at work, because she's also very professionally qualified and she has her own job and works. But it does have challenges when you leave and you have enthusiasm, and there are downs and ups every day as a startup. And if you think you've seen everything, you just wake up next day and you haven't gone through that other thing before. So I think personally it's a lot more challenging than when you first start. And the experience of the last 2.5 years have taught me is you never wake up to a dull day.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.